Hello again, everyone. Michael here with Felicity, November 8033 Foxtrot, a Cessna flight training device that I built at home. Spent the last week and a half down at Disney in Florida. Took the kids down there. It's fun for them. I had a good time. Picked up some trinkets along the way down there. These Yoda ears were about as close as they were going to get me into a set of ears. So that's what we settled on. So yeah, WestJet, hello, happy to have you, pleasure. So yeah, way excited. X-Plane 12 came out on Labor Day, which just happened to be the third day I was on vacation. So we got back in late last night. I was incredibly exhausted. Started the process of installing X-Plane 12. I think we are ready to take her for our maiden voyage. The only thing I've done so far is get the hardware set up, get the controls calibrated, and get the view for the default 172. And that's the only plane we're going to be working with today is the default 172. Because it does take a lot to get one of these to fit inside the physical cockpit. So we got that all set up. I wanted to save the initial flying till I was with you guys. I didn't want to do this by myself. Try to take you all with me and everything that we do. There's a lot of behind the scenes stuff that I do beforehand, but this initial flight I did want to have you guys on board with me. So we got our hardware set up. We are running live weather, no external weather engines. This is the X-Plane 12 default live weather. We're sticking with a bunch of default stuff right now, even the default scenery. We're going to do a couple in the pattern at my home airport, see how she does, and we're going to fly over to another local airport. I want to see if it is the airport that I designed, or if it's a preceding model. I want to see where they started injecting the latest recommended scenery. So we're gonna go and check that out. And if everything works out between on our short flight there, we're gonna go ahead and exit out. We'll load in some ortho and probably some X-World America, which is the X-Plane 12 variant of Sim Heaven stuff, which is really amazing stuff. So I think that's what we're gonna do. The plane is set to go. We're gonna do some initial pre-flighting and walking around just to make sure that all the controls are working properly. Because all I did was set everything up, all the flying and our flight surfaces. We're gonna check all that stuff together. So yeah, I'm kind of excited. So without any further ado, we'll see you over at the aircraft. WestJet right now is showing about 25 FPS across all three displays, and we're gonna check some of those settings when we get in there as well. I haven't really explored a whole lot with a lot of the graphic settings yet. Melvin, hello, welcome. Yep, sure did. Got a haircut. Getting ready to debut our initial X-Plane 12 flight. It's a pleasure to have you, buddy. Hope you've had a good week. I've been on vacation, vacation all week. So thank you. I time for a change. So yeah, our views are set up. Our hardware is set up. All of our hardware plugins seem to be working all right. So we should be able to fly. A lot of our Lewis scripts are not working properly, and that's all right. A lot of the landing rate plug-in and things like that. No harm, no foul. This is an early access release of X-Plane 12. I do expect some sort of errors. I don't know what type of errors I'm gonna run into yet, but I do expect some sort of glitch or faux pas. Who knows? But the things I am curious about now. Curious if my designed airports are in there, or in the global scenery. I am curious if the GPS identifiers will go to those gateway airports that I developed, and if that's the case, then the most recent scenery was included with this beta release. So I think we're ready to go. I will I'm gonna take just a couple minutes here, but I'll see you over at the aircraft in just a second.
Did you make it? Glad to see you made it. I need to step out just a second. I did update the OBS studio. I want to make sure that our microphone settings didn't change at all. Audio. It looks like the green bar is moving, so hopefully everyone can hear me from the aircraft intercom. Alright. Thank you, sir. WestJet. Appreciate that. We do have good intercom audio, so you guys can hear me out there. Okay. A couple things. I'll tell you right off of the bat. Between 12 and 11, as far as my aircraft goes in particular, in 12 you're going to see a little bit of the interior cockpit object, some of the walls and things. When I was doing some messing around earlier with the rain weather, in order to get the windshield and rain effect within the cockpit object itself, needs to have an interior cockpit rendering. In the preceding versions without the rain, I could get rid of that interior cockpit effect, as well as the interior cockpit object, and we would have full open views. So when I try to clear out the interior cockpit object, and that is essentially like these door skins and panels, door panels, the leather, all this interior stuff. When I cleared all of that out, it left a shadow of the cockpit object. It was just unsightly, so I haven't quite figured out how to remove the interior without affecting the rain effect. Didn't want that. So let me just go ahead and demonstrate that real quick. We're on the ramp here at my home airport in Morrow County. And let's bring in some custom weather. And we're just going to make this severe precipitation just so it rains. So yeah, you see how that we have this nice rain effect here. But when you get rid of the interior cockpit effect, it gets rid of the this rain effect on the glass. And as far as me seeing the interior cockpit, The only issue that I have with it is that I cannot see my ailerons when I'm doing my flight control check. Just this little bit of space, this interior leather object, just blocks out those ailerons, which, that's just going to be a caveat. But I do like the rain effect, and we'll probably bring some rain in here in just a second. Once I want to try some rain and some snow, and we'll bring in some ortho at some point. But for right now, let's just bring in some live weather, which is essentially what I'll be flying with most often. We're going to apply those changes. Okay. We can still kind of see some of the water on the ground there. Alright, well I did just realize that Morrow County Airport I loaded into is my newest version of it. So what is today? June. I would imagine any scenery prior to June of this year has been included with X-Plane 12. Okay. As I said, I went through and set up all the flight controls and switches and all that stuff earlier today. So we should be able to just get this bird started right up. Parking brakes on. And I did go ahead and swap the 530 with the 430. So 430 again is COM 1, and then we've got COM and nav 2. It is a bit daunting to make the physical change in X-Plane. There are 3 object files that you need to edit to swap N1 and N2. But the process is the same for every aircraft. You're editing the cockpit object, and you're editing the 530 and the 430 objects. Alright, so what do we got here? Checklist. Weight and balance. Been a minute. You're gonna have to give me a minute to get back into my flows here. Let's check our weight and balance. Fortunately, I will say luckily, the livery from X-Plane 11 also works in 12, so I didn't have to redo the livery there. I probably won't have time to do any seaplane flights. That's an entirely different cockpit object that I'll have to change. Like right now, we're working with the default tricycle 172. But now, once I fine tune all my settings for the 172 tricycle, I can apply it to the float plane. It'll be the exact same settings. Weight balance and fuel. Check that out. Wow, okay, it gives you passenger options and a slider. That's pretty cool. Left rear, right rear. Alright. Pilot. Okay. Co-pilot. Let's get rid of our left and right rear passenger weight. Increase our baggage weight a little bit. It's not often that I'm flying with 4 people on board the 172. 80 pounds of baggage. And let's just fill both wings up. Where are we at here? 25, 24. We're almost max gross. But I don't think that your flight bag and my flight bag weigh 80 pounds total. Alright, we're almost max gross. 24, 83. About 80 pounds shy. Let's try it. Okay. weight and balance is done. Pre-flight's done. Let's check our flight controls. We're gonna have to exit the plane to do that. Let's see if I have the view that says still shift 6. Alright, that'll good for me. Flight controls up on the right, down on the left. Up on the left, down on the right. Alright, elevator. Rudder. Alright, flight controls seem to be working good. Circuit breakers are all in. 595.6 on the hubs. And then brand new plane. Attack time 000.0. Okay. Alternate static is in. Seat track, we already scooted up here. Avionics are off. Autopilot's off. Throttle's quarter. Let's see. Mixture's lean currently. Brakes on. Clear prop. Clear prop. Clear in the left. Looks clear in the right. Clear in the front. Master on. Beacon. Oh, I like those sounds already. Okay, mixture's gonna go full rich. And mags to start. Here we go. Clear. Brakes on. Alright. Well, this is going to be an important question. The engine sounds are going right now. Is the engine volume drowning out my volume? Is it too high? Do I need to turn the engine volume down? Alright, good. If at some point, when we're under high power, if the engine volume does start to exceed me, let me know, and then I'll have to turn it down a little bit. Well, let's just wait a minute for our oil temperature to come up. We'll do a run up. A run up should tell us if it'll drown us out. Let's go ahead and see what our audio settings are currently. Masters. Okay, so everything is all the way up. Okay. Oh. Interesting. Okay, you can select your... Good to know. Alright, landing line on for safety. Alright, that sounds a bit different. Avionics going on. Let's get our G5 on here. Why is that needle going haywire? Because I'm close to the VOR, I would imagine. Alright, yep. So the bud VOR is not too far from me. The needle doesn't know what it wants to do here. Okay. So that says COM 1 there in the 430, so that's working. ATIS. Let's see if we can grab ATIS 119.975 is our local ATIS station out of Marion. And we all know that we can't get that on the ground typically because it requires line of sight since it's a VHF radio. But best case scenario, through the magic of simulation, if everything's working properly, I can push this button and we should be able to get some ATIS.
Automated weather observation. Marion Municipal Weather. Wind 170 degrees at 8 knots. Visibility more than 10 miles. Rain. Sky conditions scattered at 2,400. Scattered at 2,900. Broken at 6,000. Temperature 23. Dew point 17. Altimeter 29091.
Alright, 29901, that matches our field elevation
Automated weather observation.
at Morrow County. So it looks like default ATIS is working on the proper frequency for Morrow County, or for Marion. Heading indicated at compass, let's go ahead and set that now. Yes, I know my directional driver is not aligned. I was just getting ready to do that. Stop rushing me. Alright. Heading indicator to compass, that looks good there. Okay. Heading indicator to compass is good. Our oil temperature has come up. Winds, we're facing the winds. Let's go ahead and just do a run up right here. Fuel is on both. Trim is set for takeoff. Flight controls, we checked earlier. Can't really see them with the panel in the way there, but we did check those earlier on the outside. We've got our strobes on when we go to take off. Alright, transponders on. We're Spark Mode Charlie. Okay, I think we're ready to go. Park and brake off. Brakes on. 1800. So that's about as loud as I would imagine the engine sound would go, so hopefully everyone can still hear me alright. There's a left mag and a drop. There's our right mag and a drop. Okay. Oil temperature, oil pressure looks good, suction looks good, good fuel flow. Manifold pressure is good. Excellent, loud and clear. Alright, let's idle back. We are going to have a bit of a crosswind either way. We are going to go ahead and take runway 28. Okay, brakes off. I am not connected to VATSIM or anything currently. We're just flying. Uh, 22 frames per second with these clouds right now. A little bit of wind correction down for our taxi roll. Hey Rob, buddy, how are you? Well, we've been on vacation all week. This is our first, our very first X-Plane 12 flight taxi. We literally just got everything set up. So another thing I will probably do once we get up in the air is okay, I can tell you right now, I'm probably gonna have to make some adjustment. Looks like our horizons are not quite lined up across all displays. I'll know a lot more once we get up in the air though. Alright, what were those winds? 8? Was it 180 at 8?
Knots. Visibility more than 10 miles. Rain. Sky conditions scattered at 2,400. Scattered at 2,900. Broken at 6,000. Temperature 23. Dew point 17. Altimeter 2,901.
Alright, so our run-up is done.
Automated weather observation. Marion Municipal Weather. Wind 170 degrees at 8 knots. Visibility more than 10 miles. Rain. Sky conditions scattered at 2,400. Scattered at 2,900. Broken at 6,000. Temperature 23. Dew point 17. Altimeter 2.
Right now, I'm not sure if it's going to be a very smooth flight, given I'm only pulling about fluctuating between 22 and 25 FPS. I try to get at least 30. Anything below that really kind of makes it choppy. Now there was a setting that I did see. Oh, yep, how about that? It just totally shut down on us. Alright, let's load it up again, and that was probably my fault. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure what caused that crash. But there was a setting here for this rendering resolution, FSR super sampling. And if you lower it down to ultra, or if you lower it down, it'll reduce the resolution of the 4K display. It'll reduce it down, which it'll increase the FPS, but it also reduces that quality. Yeah, I may drop it down to quality, or even on ultra, it was on 30. It gave me 30, a constant 30 from what I can tell. So let's see what that does once we get loaded back in here.
Found bad Lewis scripts that have been quarantined. Look in log.txt file for more information.
Okay,
Please
great.
check your quarantined scripts folder.
So if we go in here, right now it's off ultra. So there's ultra, quality, balanced, and performance. So I imagine performance is going to be completely reducing. Yep, we definitely don't want that. If we move it on up to ultra, what's that look like? Still doesn't look all that great. Alright, well, we'll try it on ultra. We'll see how it does here. exploit this checklist. Master beacon. It's about a quarter. Rich. Clear. Landing. Avionics. Heading indicator compass. Other settings. That's a good question. I suppose how to take a look at those. Texture quality, maximum. Clouds are low, shadows, aircraft quality, rendering distance. Let's bring that down to medium. That's probably the LOD. Let's bring the LOD down to medium. And then I want to move that back up. World object density. Let's put everything at medium. Alright, so that didn't help object-wise because we're back down to 22. Okay. So let's bring this back down to ultra. Alright, that gives us 27. We can probably work with that. Alright, avionics are still on. Look at there. Unicom. Park and brake off. Brake test. Alright. So our winds are out of the south there. Let's get our seatbelt on. And I think we're ready to go. Alright. Brakes off. Mixture's rich. Full power. Wind correction. Whew. Okay, that was weird. Alright, I'm boarding takeoff for a moment. We'll just sidestep and land right here on the grass. Okay. Alright, so apparently I may have to use more rudder deflection than I was expecting to. So we'll just back taxi right back down here. And then right about here, I'm gonna sidestep back over to the asphalt runway.
Approaching runway 1028. Entered runway 1028.
flip back around. Let's get over to that center line. Alright, let's try this again. Rudder. Airspeed. Wow, this is like a whole weird different flight model. Alright. Definitely have to use a lot more rudder in the climb out than what I was expecting. So yeah, default texture is kind of ugly. If we go on adding a 240, it's going to take us right to My Place Airport, 3 Oscar Hotel 0 or 7. That's what I want to do. I want to see if that's in here. 3 Oscar Hotel 7. Alright. How about that? Alright, there's some rain coming in. Course 230. Alright, there's My Place, 3 Oscar Hotel 7, straight ahead. I also feel like, well, that's probably alright. Yeah, I am budgeting for a new graphics card. Just haven't quite decided. Pretty sure I want to go with an RTX 3080 or a 3070 Ti. Alright, let me get up to pattern altitude before I cross over this field. My Place traffic, Cessna 8033 Foxtrot. Going to be crossing over midfield to join the left downwind runway 24 My Place. My Place traffic, Skyhawk 8033 Foxtrot, turning left downwind 24 My Place. Alright, flaps 10. My place traffic, 8033 Foxtrot is going to be crossing over the sawmill to join the dogleg approach for 24 in my place. Flaps 2. Alright, there's a sawmill, some power lines. Alright. Yep, this is definitely yeah, definitely different with the stock textures here. Alright, so I think it'll be decent enough. Let's go ahead and let's see, let's just shut everything off. Let's go ahead and add the VATSIM pilot client, and let's add some ortho for my home, for at least my tile here at home. And we'll probably go ahead and grab X America or X World America while we're at it here real quick. So let's just do some behind the scene things here. Alright, what is my home tile number? I forget. Let's see here. It is 40-083. Yep, okay. So let's open up my scenery folder here. Let's go into X-Plane. Let's open up the X-Plane 12 folder. Custom scenery. Now let's open up the ortho folder. First thing I'm going to want to do is grab some mesh. So HD Global Scenery 4. Pick link source. Drop as symbolic link. Okay. And then what was it? I forget already. $40 minus 83. So plus 040 minus 83. Pick link source. Then I'm going to and drop that as a symbolic link in my Explain 12 custom scenery folder. I use a Windows shell extension called Link Shell. It's called Link Shell Extension, which is an extension of Windows Explorer that allows me to graphically pick and drop symbolic links like that. Alright, so we have our mesh, we have our ortho tile. What else did I want to get? I wanted to grab XPilot. Okay. Tell you what, let me jump over here into the XPilot Discord to make sure I'm grabbing the right one. Okay. There it is. Windows. Alright, let's install this one. Yes, we trust this program. So we're going to go to Explain 12. Okay. Settings, make sure none of that changed. Good there, good there. Alright. So our Explain 12 plugin should be there when we get back in for VATSIM. We've got our ortho and our mesh. Then we need to grab X World America. X World, yep, that's what we need. We need the vegetation library. So we'll open that in a new tab. Okay. World Europe. Okay. Yeah, okay, so vegetation. So a couple new libraries here. So X World America may not be available yet. Let me go back to the main page here. We'll see what it says. X World. Alright, so we're going to continue waiting for X World America. Looks like there's some exciting changes that are going to be coming with that. Meanwhile, we will go ahead and install the vegetation library so that we'll have that. Okay. And we'll throw that right into the custom scenery folder as well. Actually, I think what I'm gonna do, I'll tell you what, we'll just make a whole new folder for X-Plane 12 scenery and keep it all in there. Alright, so we're gonna move the vegetation library that we just downloaded. We're gonna move that, then I'm gonna pick a link source and put it back where it just was as a symbolic link. Alright, so we got vegetation, we've got ortho, we've got mesh. That should be good enough to fly around our little home tile there. And we got our VATSIM pilot client installed. Did you know we have an X-Plane 12 section on Twitch? I did not, but that is definitely good to know. Let's see here. Category. How about that? Let's just change that category real quick. Update that stream info. Sparkin VR, hello and welcome. Thank you. Alright, so we just updated our category there. Okay. So we're going to launch X-Plane, let it repopulate those couple of sceneries in the INI. We'll exit out, we'll make sure that we're ordered correctly, and we'll start back up and see how it goes. You know, when I didn't think to add the overlays. I'm gonna try it. I don't know if the X-Plane 11 ortho for XP overlays will work. Let's see. But we're gonna try it. Pick link source. X-Plane 12. Custom scenery. Drop as symbolic link. Alright. So just by starting that, that should go ahead and put that new entry in the scenery packs INI. And until a new version of X Organizer is developed for 12, we will be doing this the old-fashioned way. Custom scenery, then edit that. So here's what I'm gonna do. Airports. So we've got airports, we've got ortho. I'm kind of making just folders in the note in the notepad here. So we got ortho, then we've got mesh. That just kind of helps me see as I go down through here. And then we'll put our overlays. Okay, so we'll cut that and then paste that there. Overlays. Okay. Oh, we forgot a library. So let's see, libraries. And we'll cut that. Paste that there. And then ortho. Cut that. Paste that there. And then finally, we'll do our mesh here. Cut that. And then paste that there. Okay. Okay. Alright, none of that's disabled. Okay, so let's go ahead and save that. Okay. Let's see, let's double check our resources plugins. Okay, Xpilot. Alright, that's in there. Okay. There we go. Alright, let's restart Xplane 12, see what happens. New flight. Heading back to Morrow County. Let's go back to home parking. Start flight. Okay, well that is loading up. I will be right back.
Please check your quarantine scripts folder.
There are no valid CSL paths configured. Okay. Where are we at here? Where are we at? Xpilot, settings, CSL configuration, browse. Where did I put those airplanes at? Alright. Huh. Yeah, I think all the CSLs are in that one folder. Okay, so I got that. Okay, general. Decraft, default. Okay, enable aircraft engine sounds. I'm gonna turn that off. That is, if I was next to another aircraft, I would hear their engine sounds. It's not a feature that I necessarily enjoyed. Alright, so that looks good there. Best case scenarios, I click on Xpilot and it connects to X-Plane 12 here. Version check complete. Waiting for X-Plane 12 connection. Waiting for X-Plane connection. Plugins. Xpilot. Yep, we did just install the new version of Xpilot. I'm trying to think. I feel like there was an instance where I actually had to fully uninstall a version of it. But yeah, we did install the new version. Let's see, let's just double check that. Downloads. Xpilot 2.0 Beta 35 Windows XP 12. Yep. So that is a version we did just install. So what I want to do, let's see. Let's try it again. Yeah, it's not showing connected to X-Plane. It says no valid CSO models are configured, but I just did that. go ahead and quit X-Plane real quick and uninstall Xpilot. Downwind Sim, hello. We are working on getting X-Plane 12 relatively up and running, as well as our VATSIM pilot client. Pilot client does not currently seem to be wanting to connect to X-Plane 12, but we're going to, let's see. I might have to uninstall. Let's see here, programs. Yeah, we got two versions of Xpilot on here, so let's just uninstall them both, and then we'll reinstall the newest ones. Sugar Dunkerton, hello, buddy. So far, so good. Pretty straightforward, I think. Working on getting our Xpilot client. Working on getting a Xpilot. Working with X-Plane 12. Let's see, programmed features. And so we're going to try and do this again. Run as administrator. And that's what I did too, is I just used the same CSL models. Let's see here. The same CSL models as a, well, hold on a second, where's my Bluebell CSL models at? Interesting. Okay. Orbix. Well, they're not in that folder. Interesting. You know what that means? That means I'm going to have to go into X-Plane 11 and check and see where my models are. DigiDriver, hello. Doing great. Appreciate it. Welcome. We're in the process of trying to get our VATSIM pilot client to work and connect with X-Plane 12. But in order for me to do that, I need to find out where I had my CSL models hidden. So in order for me to do that, I'm just going to load up X-Plane 11 real quick and take a look there, and then that'll tell me where I've got them at. But we will be flying here shortly. At least that's the plan. We're going to be taking the X-Plane 12 for our second debut flight. So I do want to thank everyone for coming in and hanging out with me while we get this new X-Plane 12 sorted out through here. It does kind of sound like an interesting couple of weeks. First payware scenery. I think that's awesome. I'm nowhere near payware grade or anything like that yet, but I do want to wish you the best on that endeavor. Um, and as far as X-Plane 12 scenery development goes, I'm sure a lot of it's going to be fairly similar um, as far as in the concepts behind it between MSFS and X-Plane 12. Alright, let's see here. Plugins. Um, oh, well, that's because I uninstalled Xpilot. Of course, I lost my CSL location. Okay, we're just going to do this from the top. And Sugar Dunkerton's going to be down in the Columbus area. Yep, you're going to be real close. Might be driving through my neck of the woods if you're driving down to Columbus from up that way. Okay. So let's go ahead and reinstall Xpilot now. Okay, let's go ahead and launch Xpilot. Downloading an updated CSL model set. We will get to playing here. I promise we will. Okay. So let's close that. Version check complete. Okay. Alright. actually think I have that model set somewhere down WinSim, one of the drives. I couldn't locate one as quick as I wanted to, if that makes sense. Well, County. But I do think I have that CSL set. This initial loading always takes a minute.
Please check your quarantine scripts folder.
Yes, we know. Okay. Huh. Alright. Looks like it found X-plane. November 8033 Foxtrot, we're type 172 Skyhawk today. Some configuration items, open settings and verify your network connections. Of course. T-Mark 59, hello, welcome. Thank you for the follow, I appreciate that. And the compliment, and you'll be able to see it in action here just momentarily. We're gonna pick USA East, Windows, Wasabi. Audio check, audio check, audio check. Hello. Okay, we don't want to overmodulate here. Audio, hello. Audio, hello. Alright, that looks good for VetSim. Don't see any red. Audio, hello. Okay, looks good. We'll bring that volume down. Alright. Microphone calibration required. I did that. Yep, I did that, okay. Of course it would be. Alright, finally. Alright, so we are connected to the VATSIM network. We've got our pilot client working on X-Plane 12. Let's see. Okay, so we got Indy Center online. That's our home ARTCC. So we should be able to grab a radio check from them. Okay. Well, we definitely don't want that message console to be on top the whole time. Let's see here. General. Automatically show notification panel. Okay, there it is. Okay. G-Mark 59, appreciate it. Glad you're able to hear me. When we were setting up our VATSIM pilot client, we don't want our audio to be over modulated, so we were watching the microphone slider there. Alright, well, we'll just, I was gonna ascend and see if we got ortho, but we'll just fly and see if we got ortho. Let's get things started. We are connected to VATSIM. Let's queue it up here. Alright, battery going on. We need to enable virtual fly real quick. Okay. Battery going on, beacon going on. Throttle's quarter, mixture's full rich. Circuit breakers are all in. I'm kind of bouncing back and forth on this checklist, I know, but let's just get up in the air. Clear prop, looks clear to the left, looks clear on the right. Alright, max to start, throttle about a quarter. Alright. We do have engine rotation, oil pressures in the green, our oil temperatures coming up. Both wings are fully fueled and registering full on the fuel gauges there. Landing lights going on for safety, avionics going on. Alright, we were connected to VATSIM. Let's go ahead and get Indy Center. I'm not sure who's on Indy Center currently. Tell you what, so let's do this. Plugins. Keyboard. Xpilot software. I'll go nearby. Yeah, nearby ATC. And then push to talk. Let's see the thing we'll have to set up here. Okay. Joystick. Virtual fly. Yoga. So that's gonna be X-Pilot. Push to talk. Okay. Yep. So realistic. Thank you. That is kind of what I'm going for. I'm trying to keep it as realistic as I possibly can. For you and for me. So I do appreciate that. All right.
Automated weather observation. Marion Municipal Weather. Wind 170 degrees at 6 knots. Visibility more than 10 miles. Rain. Sky conditions few at 7,000. Few at 12,000. Temperature 22. Dew point 17. Altimeter 29 or 89 or.
I do believe I'm gonna have to restart Air Manager ever since we had that crash, that one crash there. So let's close this out. Air Manager is already running, yes I know. Let's see. The USB charging cables give it a modern look. Thanks, and I did kind of need them in there for charging things like, you know, tablet, phone, and things like that. I may have to restart the slave machine here. We'll see if Air Manager will boot back up. Not responding. for some reason our Air Manager program is running awfully slow right now. So bear with me just a second here. Alright, Mark 59, appreciate it. Thanks for coming in, and again, thanks for the follow. Let's see. I really don't want to have to restart the host computer to get Air Manager to work, because the host computer is also the streaming computer. Well, looks like we might be getting somewhere now. Maybe. Alright, there we are. Looks like our gauges are alive now. So how are we looking now? Alright, heading bug.
Automated weather observation. Marion Municipal Weather. Wind 170 degrees at 6 knots. Visibility more than 10 miles. Rain. Sky conditions few at 7,000. Few at 12,000. Temperature 20.
Okay. And Indy Center. 119.550. Well, frequency sounds quiet. Let me look at the X-Pilot console window here. Alright, transmit is good. Okay. Indy Center, Skyhawk 8033 Foxtrot, radio check.
Aircraft calling Indy Center, you were loud and clear.
Bye, thank you. 8033 Foxtrot. Okay. We are VFR, mode Charlie. Alright, let's go flying. Our seatbelts on. Scoot it up here. Park and brake off. Yeah, so we are going to take the west runway 28.
Walker 2475 Indy Center, welcome. You are cleared to Philadelphia. The radar vector is Jonestown BOR that has filed. Maintain 5000, expect level 250. 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency is with me and your squawk 6605. Walker 2475, your readback correct. The Jaeger altimeter 29 or 9 or 4, runway 5 for departure. Call for taxi.
Uh, 170, so yeah, crosswind. Question on that sim, if center is on and you're at an airport that doesn't have an active ATIS, do you need to contact tower for clearance and taxi? No. Well, yes, well, ATIS is irrelevant if it's a towered airport. Well, it's not irrelevant. If you're at a class Delta or a towered field, and if the ATIS is not working, or if it's turned off, or you can't grab it, or whatever, I will usually just tell the controller that I have local weather, and that'll suffice, especially at a Delta where they want to know if you have the weather. Vatson, that doesn't have an ATIS, do you need to contact a tower for... If you're at an airport that is a towered airport, if there's not a ground or a tower controller online, then yes, you would contact center for your takeoff clearance out of that airport. If there's a tower controller online, then obviously you would need to contact that tower controller if there's not a ground available. Hopefully that answers the question. Morrow County traffic, Skyhawk 8033 Foxtrot is taking runway 28, gonna be departing straight out, Morrow County.
Approaching runway 28.
Strobes going on. Looks clear on the left, looks clear on the right. Remember we got that wind coming out of our around to the south there. Alright, wind correction. Definitely something I'm gonna have to get used to is that different ground roll going down the runway there. We do have positive climb rate. More right rudder. We do have positive climb rate. All the instruments do look in the green. It does look like we've got our ortho that is working. As well as our overlays.
12,000. Temperature 22. Dew point 17. Altimeter 29089.
We'll get up to 2,000 feet. Go flying around some. The horizon is in a different spot. I'm so used to looking, putting the horizon in a certain spot and being level flight. But with the horizon in the same spot that I'm used to being in, we were descending a bit, so I'm going to have to look into that, I think. We'll go over, tell you what, we'll go back over here. Actually, we're just going to do an about face. Actually, we'll go to Packer. So since my place was in here, Packer should be in here. 5 Echo 9er. Yep, there it is. Duplicate waypoints. Okay. Course 251 should get us there. Packer is a grass strip in Radnor, Ohio. Not a whole lot there other than a grass strip and some trees. But it is a local field to me, so I went ahead and put it in X-Plane. I'm happy to see that it's in this version now. So right about here is where the view would normally be. It really kind of puts the interior cockpit kind of in the definitely in the way of the flight control views. So far I think I like it. I think I'd like it a lot more if I had a lot more powerful graphics card to take advantage of some of this stuff here. And since this one tile seems to be working alright, I think it's going to be safe to say that all of our ortho tiles will be compatible. And we're about to actually cross the ortho line. We're 11 miles away from Packer. Alright, so we're going to go down here, land at Packer. And then I think I will exit and bring all of the rest of the ortho tiles in. And we'll load back up and we'll go somewhere. The new tree should sit right on top of ortho, I would imagine. Yeah, they seem to show up alright on that one tile that I just loaded. Although I could be wrong. Packer traffic, Skyhawk 8033 Foxtrot is 7 miles to the east, gonna make straight in, runway 28, full stop, Packer. Probably gonna be the best it's gonna get right there. Packer traffic, Skyhawk 8033 Fox at about 4 miles west, going to be making straight in, runway 28 full stop, Packer. Now let's just see if we can find the airport. Alright, I think I got it in sight there. Probably a bit high, but we'll make it. Alright. Let's bring in some remaining ortho. Avionics off. All of our lights going off. Max off, master off. Okay. Let's quit out of here. So, what tile did we put in already for ortho, just so I make sure? 40083, so we don't want to duplicate that one. Then select all those, go up here, deselect 40083, then we're gonna pick link source. We're gonna drop all of those as a symbolic link right here in the Explain 12 custom scenery folder. Okay, and that way we'll start this back up. Wait for those to repopulate, exit back out, we'll reorder our INI file. Because I imagine it'll be based on the blog that I was reading. It might be a couple months before we get Xorganizer working for version 12 of Xplane. So let's just go right back in here. Explain 12. Custom scenery. Then we're gonna just copy. Take all these that are at the top of our list. And there's a bunch of them. Alright. So I'm going to cut all of those. And I'm going to put them right below the overlays. Okay. Save that. Close that. Close that. And restart X-Plane. Starflex the second. How's it going? So far, so good. Getting X-Plane 12 sorted here for the cockpit. We just dropped our ortho in there, so we're going to load back up here. And see how our ortho is looking. See if we can't bring in some snow on top of it. Well, I'll be still doing a lot of things on 11. You know, the pilot edge ratings, I'll be doing all of those on 11. You know, I'm not going to put a whole lot of stock in the 12 just yet until I get some more up-to-date hardware for it. But I do really like how the rain looks on it, and I do really want the snow.
Please check your quarantine scripts folder.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna hit C to exit out of the cockpit and ascend a little bit. Alright, it does look like all of our ortho tiles are loaded there. Alright. Yeah, that's gonna have that Star Trek effect. And I'm sure that they'll work on that too. So let's go ahead and connect here to VATSIM. Let's just go fly somewhere. We'll just tell you what, let's go ahead and let's grab some IFR out of here. Let's go to OSU. So let's do that real quick. Let me find a plan here. is, alright, so, well, I imagine, so that's gonna be, yeah, so Dipney will work, because based on the winds, we're probably gonna take 09er, we're probably gonna get 09er, so Dipney will work. Uh, um, yeah, the Appleton VOR is another one, if the winds were the other way. Um, yeah, we'll file Dipney, it should be fine. Okay. Let us file an IFR flight plan on the VATSIM network. November 8033 Foxtrot, IFR type 172. Lightweight category. We are golf today. So if I wanted to go slant alpha, if I wanted to identify Dipney, so I guess we can use the Appleton 114 radio. Alright. Let's pack for this IFR trip. Transponder, okay, it's departure for India 9er. Off block time, we'll just say 21:30. Altitude 6,000, airspeed will go 110, arrival KOSU, alternate, we'll just put Delaware DLZ, en route time, what's our flight time? We'll just say half hour, we'll just say 40 minutes. About 6 hours of fuel on board. Route details, Dipney. Delta India Papa November Echo. Yep, that is correct. Let's make sure that looks right. Route's good. Alright, our flight plan is filed. Brian, good evening. Hello, welcome. Alright, let's get started up. Master's on. Beacon on. Clear prop. It's clear on the left. Clear on the right. Clear in front. Alright. Max to start. Here we go. Mixture's full rich. Okay. Oil pressure's in the green. We do have engine rotation. Our oil temperature's coming up. Let's turn our landing line on for safety again and turn our avionics back on. While we're waiting on our oil temperature to come up, I'm going to step out for just a second. I'll be right back, and we will call for our takeoff clearance. Alright, sorry about that. Had to get some more water. Alright, from the top, let's go ahead and grab some updated weather again.
Automated weather observation. Marion Municipal weather. Wind 160 degrees at 6 knots. Visibility 10 miles. Rain. Sky clear. Temperature 21. Dew point 17. Altimeter 2988.
And I am actually curious to see if that matches current weather. 160 at 6. Rain broken. 2988. So it might be a little bit outdated, an hour behind or so maybe. Because we are still on live weather, correct? Weather. Download real weather. Okay. Alright, got our weather. Let's get our clearance. I think we're good to go.
Of 1492, the Evansville altimeter 3001. You can expect ILS approach runway 2.
Sounds clear. Indy Center, November 8033 Foxtrot, on the ground at the Morrow County Airport, IFR to OSU, and I've got local weather.
November 8033 Foxtrot, Indy Center, hello, clearance request standby. Delta 1492 after Central City, turn right heading 010. Listen to maintain 1010,000.
Waiting for our clearance.
Cessna 33 Foxtrot, Indy Center. You're cleared to OSU via radar vectors DPUN, then direct. Maintain 3000, expect 6010 minutes after departure. Departure frequency with me, your squawk 6677.
Clear to OSU as filed via radar vectors, and that's DIPNI, then direct 3000, expect 6000 after 10, departures with you, squawk 6677, November 8033 Foxtrot.
Cessna 33 Foxtrot, read that correct. Your release for departure, contact me this frequency, 1 frequency change approved.
Release for the departure, and we'll talk to you soon, November 8033 Foxtrot. Okay, 6677. We're remote Charlie. Alright, so we're radar vectors, Dibney. So we're gonna fly 3000, expect 6. Our winds were 160. Let's go ahead and take runway 10, 10 today. It's gonna give us a little bit more of a headwind than our 28 counterpart. And park brakes off. Okay, 125. Hey, buddy, how's it going, sir? Welcome. Getting ready to fly to OSU, IFR from Memorial County Airport in X-Plane 12. We got our ortho loaded in, and we got our X-Pilot client working. Should be sufficient enough for a flight. Unicom, Memorial County traffic, Skyhawk 8033 Foxtrot, back taxi 10, Memorial County.
Entered runway 10, 3,000 feet remaining.
Water on the runway. That's awesome in and of itself. Okay. Do a quick run up. Max to 1800 or RPM 1800. Left mag, there's a drop. Right mag, there's a drop. Alright, everything's in the green there. Let's turn our strobes on. Landing lights are already on. Okay, flight controls are feeling good. Memorial County traffic, Skyhawk 8033 Foxtrot, taking runway 10, going to be making a left downwind departure to the south, Memorial County. Brian, this flight we're using ortho. I'm using the same ortho for 11 and 12, so I just use the same folders. So seems to be working so far. I'm not sure if the overlays are exactly up to par, but the ortho is definitely working. Alright, let's go ahead and get out of here. So much better when you're taking off kind of into the wind as opposed to crosswind from behind you. Alright, our airspeed is coming alive and neutral and rotate. Positive climb rate. Need some right rudder on that climb out. I can tell you right now it's a lot different than the previous flight model. You didn't need that much rudder, so that's definitely an improvement. So we're about 1,500 feet. We'll make our crosswind. can't say. I'm not sure we will. Again, it takes a lot of work to kind of get everything manipulated, but we will get to that one. Indy Center, November 8033 Foxtrot, 2000, climbing 3000.
November 8033 Foxtrot, Indy Center, radar contact. Climb maintain 6000, clear direct if need when able.
Climb maintain 6000, direct Dipney, November 8033 Foxtrot. Dipney. Oyster 221. So I do still see the trees on top of the ortho, the default, the new trees. Alright, well, we're probably going to end up going up into this cloud. So we'll see how our performance does. If they give us an approach request, which I'm kind of hoping they do, I'll ask for the ILS 09er right.
1492, descend and maintain 3000, turn left heading 310, vector safe approach.
And I will say that I can definitely tell a difference in the clouds and in just the atmosphere in general. We're getting about 28 FPS right now, 27, 28. Strobes are on. So the ortho does seem to be working. The overlays pretty much look on point as far as being on. I see roads where there should be roads. probably not enough overlay information. Alright, I'm about to go up into this cloud. Suppose it is a good thing we filed IFR today. Now, as long as I don't get an big FPS drop when I'm in this cloud, I'll be a happy guy. I can't see.
Delta 1492, you're about 8 miles from Kuyar, turn left heading 250, cross Kuyar at or above 2,500, clear the Alice approach runway 22.
Alright, so we're a bit left, or we're a bit right of where we need to be. We're almost to 6,000. Alright, there's our altitude. Now we just need to find our heading again.
Delta 33 Foxtrot, the Columbus altimeter 2987, you can expect the RNAV approach runway 9 right.
9087 and expect RNAV 09 right, Cessna 33 Foxtrot.
Indianapolis, sir, Delta 4116 holding short of Romeo with information Bravo. Delta 4116, thanks for Bravo. Indy Center, runway 18 left taxi via Sierra. Via Sierra to 18 left, 4116. Delta 1492, the Evansville 1290 at 6, gusting 19, runway 22, clear line.
Good evening, Indy Center, Delta 2992, level 10,000 feet, cargo for departure.
Delta 2992, Indy Center, hello. Climb maintain flight level 330.
I maintain flight level 330, Delta 2992.
Alaska 2, leaving airspace, no further ATC. Frequency change advised your brief connect. Over to Unicom, so long, Alaska 2. Delta 48, turn right heading 360, vectors for the approach.
DreamNet, hello.
Heading 360, expect vectors from here, Delta 48.
Indy Center, November 8033 Foxtrot with approach request.
November 8033 Foxtrot, good.
If possible, we would like the ILS approach for 09 right at OSU.
You can expect that.
Expect ILS 09 right, November 8033 Foxtrot. Let's see if the autopilot works in this X-Plane 12 now. Alright, so altitude.
Delta 4116 after departure, fly RNAV to Camum, the Cincinnati wind 2207, runway 18 left, quick pick. RNAV to Camum, this is takeoff,
Heading, or nav.
Delta 48, descend to maintain 6000.
Down to 6,000, Delta 48.
Alaska 4, leaving airspace. Cleveland's offline, radar service terminated, frequency change of route connect. Alaska 4, leaving airspace. Cleveland's offline, radar service terminated, frequency change of route connect.
Kiwi Plays, hello. Cape Dweller, thank you for the follow and welcome. Kiwi Plays, so far so good in X-Plane 12. Kind of getting everything kind of worked out hardware-wise, making sure all of the avionics are working, data refs are good. Haven't run into any discrepancies or major issues, so yeah, so far so good.
American 461 Indy Center, welcome.
We are IFR to OSU out of my home airport right now. Is X-Plane 12 worth it? A lot of people have been saying it seems really rushed. And Cape Dweller, thank you. I appreciate that. First time I've seen you too, so feelings mutual, and I appreciate you. Welcome aboard, Felicity. Kiwi Plays, worth it is definitely open to interpretation. Considering what I've already got invested in this whole thing as a whole, $60 was just a drop in the bucket comparatively, and to be able to have rain and snow, that in and of itself was worth it. I expect there to be problems. I expect there to be bugs, especially in an early release like this. But I think it's worth it. Even right now, I think it is.
American 124 Indy Center, roger, welcome.
Alright, we're making a ground speed right now of about 83 knots. That's about 6,000 feet. Our first waypoint is going to be Dipney. I requested the ILS for 09er right at OSU. The navigator is flying the plane currently, so autopilot does seem to be working. Localizer is 108.5. Let's get that on here. so the localizer is set. Each area OSU, probably about 25 minutes or so with our approach.
376 5514 with you at flight level at 10,000. UPS 5514 Indy Center, Roger, fly maintain flight level 300. Lincoln level 300, just start with that.
Where are we? 6,000.
Delta 48 descend maintain 4,000.
On 4,000, Delta 48.
Delta 2992 leaving my airspace Memphis is offline. Radar service terminated. Frequency change to advisories approved. You'll have a lane at about 100 miles. But until then, have a good night.
We'll switch to Incom, and hopefully land will still be up by the time we get there. Thanks for all tonight, Delta 2992.
Let's see if we can grab OSU ATIS 121.35. If I remember correctly, my training field.
Ohio State University Information Uniform
Delta 48, turn left heading 270.
Arriving runway 090 right.
Delta 48, turn left heading 280.
Right.
Heading 280, that's
180 degrees at 6 knots. Visibility 7 miles. Rain.
November
Sky
8033 Foxtrot, descend and maintain 3,000.
Descend maintain 3,000, November 8033 Foxtrot.
November 8033 Foxtrot, turn right heading 230, vector say approach.
Right heading 230 for vectors, November 8033 Foxtrot.
American 124, descend across mod at 10,000 feet, the altimeter 2994.
Cross mod at 10,000 feet and 2994 for the altimeter, American 124.
Delta 48, turn left heading 210 degrees, descend across Frage at 2,000, at or above 2,400, through the Alice approach, runway 18 left.
Left heading 210.
Yeah, those pop-up rainstorms, tell you what.
2,400 and clear ILS 18 left, Delta 48.
Pretty sure he said right heading 230, not 330. He said right 230. Welcome back, Melvin. Always a pleasure, buddy.
November 8033 Foxtrot, turn right 10 degrees.
Right 10 degrees, November 8033 Foxtrot. We don't have auto throttle, so we do need to manage our descent here manually with our throttle. The navigator is bringing us down at about 600 feet per minute.
Number 8033 Foxtrot, turn right heading 260 degrees, 260. Looks like the winds are pushing you a little bit up to your east, maybe.
Right heading 260, November 8033 Foxtrot.
Delta 48, Cincinnati 1220 at 7, or only 18 left, by the way.
Clear 18 left, Delta 48.
sure that heading indicators with that compass. That heading indicator's not lined up. That could be throwing my whole thing off. But it looks pretty good. It's about 255. Alright, there's our 260. It's almost grabbed our 3,000 feet. Let's get ready to add a little bit of power back in.
Air Foxtrot Golf Indy Center, hello, climb maintain 17,000.
Maintain 177, Air Foxtrot Golf.
I do want to thank everyone for coming and hanging out with me today while we get X-Plane 12 sorted out. It's been well over a week since I've flown anything.
Walker 60s, or correction, Walker 520 or 1520 Indy Center, hello, your radar contact position as reported, squawk 6656, please.
Yeah, I didn't want to, you know, have a, you know, start X-Plane 12 without you guys. You know, you all been with me, been along with me a long way.
Sierra to your gate.
Yeah, I wanted us to kind of experience a first run together, so I do appreciate you all coming in.
American 124, looks like approach is logging off. In that case, you can just ascend via the Mod 6 arrival, runway 35 right transition.
Roger that, we'll descend via the Mod 6, 35 right transition, American 124.
American 124, we'll make a correction there. Make it the 35 left transition.
Alright, 35 left transition, American 124.
United 586, pause discretion, descend and maintain level 280.
Okay, pause discretion for 280, it's going to be a little bit, but roger that, 586.
No worries, we just have a letter of agreement with Chicago that says we gotta at least descend you, or it says we need to descend you at that level, but since they're offline, and I fly into Chicago a lot, I know it's kind of a little ways out, so we'll leave it up to you.
Roger that, thanks.
November 8033 Foxtrot, turn left heading 180.
Left heading 180, November 8033 Foxtrot. Zone tags, appreciate it. Welcome aboard. Hello. Thank you for that. For anybody that is new here, please feel free to go ahead and follow our channel so you can get notified of the next one. Entirely up to you. We are IFR to OSU in X-Plane 12. This is our initial run. Edmund Stoner, hello buddy.
United 586, leaving my airspace, frequency changes approved, radar service terminated, good night.
Okay, go to Unicom 586, thanks for the help.
We have Melvin Leroy in here. Melvin Leroy does a lot of push flying. Check him out. Check out his channel. Really fun to watch. And the Hawker 125 does a lot of GA flying as well. Also really fun to watch. And currently building a simulator out of an actual Hawker fuselage. So I'm curious to see how that project goes. Downwind Sim was in here earlier. Does some great stuff with scenery. And push flying as well. You can check out his website, downwindsim.com. Over 22 viewers, and I didn't even get a raid from anybody. I'm giving myself a pat on the back. I feel accomplished.
Maintain 2000.
Descend maintain 2000, November 8033 Foxtrot. So seriously, thank you all for coming in.
November 33 Foxtrot, about 2 miles from the outer marker. Turn left heading 120, maintain 2000 until established. Clear the ILS from lane 9, right approach.
Left 120, descend maintain 2000 established. Clear the ILS 09er approach, November 8033 Foxtrot. Alright, so let's get back over here to localizer mode. We are established just about. There's our outer marker.
UPS 5514 Heavy, you're leaving my airspace, keep the city offline, radar service terminated, frequency change approved today.
Frequency change for UPS 5514, thank you, night.
Number 8033 Foxtrot, the state wind 240 at 8, runway 9 right, cleared to land.
09 right, clear to land, November 8033 Foxtrot. Give me back my plane.
And aircraft on frequency, altimeter is now 29 or 9 or 5.
Alright, so we are a little bit left and a little bit low. vertical starting to grab. Alright, a little bit right now, a little bit
Aircraft
low.
calling Indy Center, you loud and clear.
Alright, let's just hold these needles here. Let's fly these needles.
Alright, you're clearing Tower West, stand by position.
A little bit right, a little bit high. A lot high. There she is.
November 1918 Delta, Indy Center, you're clear to Charlottesville, the Radar Victor's house.
Let's slow this up a bit.
Then Shelbyville, then direct.
Everything happens slower when you're going
5,000,
slower.
you can expect 16,000, 10 minutes after departure. Departure this frequency, your squawk 6705.
Alright, a little bit low, a little bit right. There we are.
Number 1918 Delta, read back correct. The altimeter 2995, wind 3006, your release
Where
for
we at?
departure.
70 knots.
Frequency change approved,
Needles
Columbia
looking
frequency
good.
1.
Let's fly this plane all the way down. We're on the Clyde slope.
Just runway heading's fine for
We're
now.
still looking
Just be
good.
advised, I won't be on too much longer depending
Fly
on how
these
long it takes
needles
you to get
all the way
started
down
up.
to the
I'll be
runway.
closing about 10 or 15.
Oh, a little bit high. We do have some trees here
Sounds
that
good.
shouldn't be there.
American 124, the Louisville altimeter is now 29905.
Looking good.
Cross
Looking
Ollie
good.
at or above
Good.
4,000. At Ollie, clear the Alice, approach runway 35 left.
A bit low.
Alright, 295 for the altimeter, and at Ollie, cleared. ILS 35 miles per hour, American 124.
Gonna have to work on that landing.
And Cessna 33 Foxtrot, welcome to OSU. Taxi is going to be at your discretion, monitor this frequency, good night.
Thank you. Taxi to via discretion and monitor this frequency. November 8033 Foxtrot. Thank you for your service. Good evening.
Delta 4116, leaving airspace Memphis, offline radar service terminator, frequency change approved, good night.
Over the call, Delta 4116, service, good night.
Alright, well, it's nice to see that my OSU version made it in here as well. Alright, well then I guess it's going to be safe to say that I've got 25 airports in the new version of X-Plane 12 that were released with Global. The last 3 I did were 2 new prior to that first cut. So we'll head over to Capital City Aviation. What time is it? Do we have time to fly some more? It is 10 o'clock. Probably not gonna have any more time this evening. We got back in from Florida for a week-long vacation late last night. So still got some unwinding to do. But I was so excited to try and get this going and take you guys all up for a maiden voyage. So we'll just head right over here to the west ramp.
Runway 05.
And shut things down. Yep, Felicity is now equipped with 12, 11, and X-Plane 12. I think I'm gonna at least have to invest in a different graphics card, but if I'm gonna do that, I've got an I bought the i7. It was almost ready to go unit.
You do not, if you've been cleared for the approach, you do not unless they specifically request.
Yeah, it was a prefab unit from Micro Center, had everything but the video card. So the video card's a bit older than the unit itself. I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna have to do something. Either a better video card for this i7, or just a whole new unit, like an i9 prefab unit that has a 3080 already in it. So, let's go ahead and shut things down here, and we'll head back to the FBO, debrief for a little bit. Mags off, master off. Alright, I'll see you guys in just a minute.
Alright. Well, all in all, I think that that the debut, our X-Plane 12 debut, all in all, I think it worked out well. Other than that one crash, which I probably brought on myself. I was trying to do something in the background of X-Plane, and it just crashed the whole thing. But other than that one incident, you know, that it flew decently. It lands a bit differently, and the takeoff roll is definitely a bit different. I think there's more rudder authority that is being required on the takeoff roll, and especially on the climb out. So that feels a lot more realistic to me. Just looking at the turn coordinator there. You could see that definitely needed a lot more rudder on the climb out. Weather-wise, you know, the rain looks very. The rain's neat. Watching it on the windshield there. We didn't get a chance to try out the snow tonight, and that's all right. There's gonna be plenty more time. Like I said, our focus was getting it up and running, getting our views set up, and that I'm gonna have to work on that some more. There's got to be a way that I can remove those interior cockpit objects and not have it leave that shadow in the actual object itself. So I don't know if the 172 cockpit object, I don't know if it's when it references the interior that I cleared out of there. I don't know if it's just trying to fill that space up with some blank texture. But it's a whole different. Plane makers are a bit different, so it's going to be a bit of a learning curve. With that. But all in all, I think it went well. I think it flew well. So yeah, I do want to thank you guys all for coming in and trying it out with me. You know, it is fun, but it's always more fun when it's more than one, and that's you all. Having you along for the ride really, you know, I enjoyed it a lot. So a couple of thank yous I wanna say real quick. Handle some administrative things. Cave Dweller, thank you for the follow. Hawker, we did not stream last week. We were on vacation, but we did do our I-4 the week prior. No worries. When we see you, we see you. When we don't, we don't. But Cave Dweller, thank you for the follow, and T-Mark59, thank you for the follow. And then this is also important to receive some follows during our downtime when we were offline, so I do want to just take a minute and thank them as well. We have Omega 38K, with a follow, Commando Solo 193, and then Mario ZGA 92. Those three came in with a follow during some downtime, so I do want to at least say thank you for that. So that's kind of a trend I've noticed here lately, even when I'm not live on Twitch or streaming, I seem to be, gaining some follows. So that's not necessarily a bad thing, I don't think. So I do want to thank people for doing that. Spending the time with you is what it's all about for me. Getting to know you all. So yeah, and until tomorrow, when we'll probably go and fly. I'm not sure what we'll be getting into tomorrow. I still got a lot more. I did a lot of studying, but I've got some more studying to do for my I5 rating on the Pilot Edge network. But things on as far as the approach and departure charts, that stuff's all coming together. So yeah, I think overall X-Plane 12, after some more tuning, will definitely be a sound simulator. And then of course, all the developers are going to need some time to catch up with that as well. So DigiDriver, I appreciate you coming in. And then there were a few people that popped in and said hi that I missed, and I just want to catch up on that real quick. Rob Valkyrie was here. He actually came here in person a couple weeks ago and flew Felicity. Sugar Dunkerton came in. Hello, buddy. Let's see. Downwind Sim, WestJet, always a pleasure, and then T-Mark 59. I try to keep up with the chat as best as I can. Sometimes I can't always do that while flying the aircraft. Starflex the second. I knew I forgot one in there. Showed up. Brian showed up. Hawker, good fixing. Just lots and lots of nice people. I could probably go on and hang out with you guys all night. Original Godspeed, hello. Just caught us at the tail end of our X-Plane 12, initial X-Plane 12 setup in flight. We'll probably go back up again tomorrow. Probably bounce back and forth through some 11 and 12. I do want to see what the snow looks like, so we might do some flying in X-Plane 12 again tomorrow. Yeah, but unfortunately, you just missed our landing at OSU. Original Godspeed, but I do want to thank you for coming in and hanging out with us for a couple of minutes here. But we are going to have to bring this to a close. So let's see who we can send you off to. Decisions. Scruffy Tams flying down in Australia. Continuum is in X-Plane 12. Let's just let's keep it going here. Let's see. Yes it is. It's very, very, very exclusive FBO. You guys all have that secret invitation, though. You'll just have to come here to pick up your headgear. Okay. Tell you what, we'll just kind of stick with X-Plane 12. So we'll send you over to Continuum. We'll go say hi to Connie. He's flying an X-Plane 12 in the 767. So we'll send you over to him and send him some love. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We'll go say hi to Continuum. So. It is. Alright, you guys all have a good evening and take care. And we will catch you tomorrow, I'm sure, at some point in time. Until then, you guys all stay safe and have a good night. Melvin, see ya.